and today I'll be going over variables, data types, and operators in Java. In this video, I will be introducing what variables, data types, and operators are and how you identify them. The first topic are variables. A variable is a memory location name of the data. It basically means that it is the name of the variable that you created. For example, let's say that my cousin's age is 0. Here I would have int age equals to 0. The word age is my variable because it is the name of my value, or my cousin's age, which is 0. Once you create a variable like this, then that means you just declared a variable. Next is a data type. A data type specifies the type of data that can be stored in a variable. There are two types in total. First, there is primitive, which includes integers, characters, booleans, and floating points, which also stands for decimal numbers. Then there is non-primitive, which includes classes, interfaces, and arrays, but that will be covered later. When you code a primitive, you will use these instead of using real words. Int would stand for integer, char would stand for character, boolean would just stand for boolean, and double would stand for floating points. Still confused? Let's look at an example. Here we have the previous example with some added code. The data type here is int, which represents an integer. Something to note when using integers is that they only include numbers greater than or equal to 0. And if we use a print statement, it'll print out 0. The next topic is about operators. They are used to perform operations on values. The most used operators are arithmetic, relational, and logical operators. More information will be explained in the next slide. Arithmetic operators are used to perform arithmetic operations on variables and data. The basic arithmetic operators are addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, and modulo symbols. Obviously, addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division all work as they do when we calculate numbers. The symbols are all very easy to identify too. And as for the modulo, it has the percentage sign as its symbol. It basically means that it is the remainder of division. An example would be finding the remainder when 13 and 6 are divided. Relational operators are used to compare values. As you can see in the table, there are a total of 6 relational operators. The first one is the greater than symbol, and as shown in the example portion, 3 is greater than 5 will return false if it was written as a code. The next one is a less than symbol, and the example shows 3 is less than 5, which is true. The third one is the equal to symbol. 3 is equal to 5 is definitely not right, so it would return false. The fourth one is the not equal to symbol. In the example, it shows 3 is not equal to 5, which is a true statement. The fifth one is the greater than or equal to operator. The example for this one should be self-explanatory. And the last one is the less than or equal to symbol. The example for this one should also be pretty self-explanatory. And last but not least, we have the logical operators. This operator is used to check whether an expression is true or false. This is also used in decision making. There are a total of 3 logical operators, the AND, the OR, and the NOT. The AND operator in Java is a logogram, which is a character or symbol that represents a word or phrase. This operator returns true only if both expressions or variables are true. The next one is the OR operator. This returns true if either the first or the second variable is true. And the third operator is the NOT operator. This returns true if a variable is false, or it'll return false if a variable is true. The logical operator probably won't make much sense with only descriptions, so let's just look at an example. This is not a real code, but it should still make sense. Let's say that we have 2 variables called a and b. A is equal to true, while b is equal to false. If we use the AND logical operator, then we would get false, because as explained before, the AND operator only returns true if both variables are true. A is true, but B is false, therefore returning false. And if we use the OR operator, it will return true because the OR operator returns true if either the first or the second variable is true. And since A is true, then that'll return true. And as for the NOT operator, it'll return false because A is true, and the NOT operator causes a variable to turn the opposite of what it is. And that was all about variables, data types, and operators. Hope this video was helpful.